Why 3 hours a day can out earn 10 hours a day. There's a bold promise. Hey, Carl White here. Hey, I want to talk to you about today about one of the biggest myths in the mortgage business. And what's that myth? If I just work more, I'll close more. Not true. Totally not true. And in fact, some of the highest earning loan officer I know work less than most, right? But they do one thing differently. And that's what we're going to unpack here today. So this episode is called Why 3 Hours a Day Can Out Earn 10 Hours a Day. So you've probably heard of the 80-20 rule, right? I think most of us have. It's which is 20% of our efforts drive 80% of our results. But in this business, it's more like 95-5, right? Meaning if you work 10 hours a day, maybe 1 hour is actually producing income, right? That's the truth for most loan officers. Maybe not you, but most, right? So yeah, if you work 10 hours a day, maybe one is actually producing income. The rest, it's email, admin, chasing paperwork, stuff that feels like work, but doesn't actually move the needle. And the problem is, most loan officers never take the time to ask, what is my income producing activity? And a little spoiler alert here, it's having conversations, right? But specifically, it's having conversations or talking to people who can say yes or refer you to somebody that can say yes. That's it. It's really just that simple. So, what happens when you time block 3 hours, right? So, imagine this: you work just 3 hours a day, but those 3 hours are completely locked in. And what I mean by that is there's no distractions, there's no email rabbit holes, there's no checking in with a file real quick. You spend those 3 hours calling your pre approved buyers, following up with your past clients, reaching out to top qualified agents, asking for referrals, setting appointments, right? You do that 5 days a week, like every week, and suddenly you're out earning people pulling 10-hour days filled with busy work. I know I know this. I do this all. I'm a walking example of it. It's not about more hours. It's about more focus, right? So let me tell you about let me tell you about the 3 hour powerhouse. So one of the loan officers in the Freedom Club, and you know what? I'm not sure if I have permission to share this story. I don't know why not. It's a great story, but hey, just to be on the idea of safety, let's call her Debbie, right? So Debbie was a bit burned out. She was working 9, 10 hour, maybe some 11, 12 hour days, weekends, missing family time, feeling like she's drowning a little bit, both at work and at home. Um, and we helped her out. We helped her cut out, like we cut out all the clutter, right? We helped her cut her productive time to just 3 hours a day, right? But now this was truly productive time to just 3 hours a day. All the rest just clutter. But in those 3 hours, girlfriend was dialed in, right? She was like a pit bull with a ham bone. She did call stars in the morning. That's where a group of us all together do our calls together on a big Zoom meeting. And we're all muted out so we can't hear each other, but we can see each other working the phones together. It's very inspiring. On it every morning, right? So she followed up on her pre-approved and lookings, her realtor check-ins, asking for business, one or two Zoom coffee appointments with referral partners. The results, very short order. She closed twice as many loans, actually a little more than that, a little more than twice as many loans, while getting her evenings and weekends back. That's the power of doing the right work, not just more work, right? So one thing that we helped her do, like, she would say, well, Carl, what should I stop doing? Look, if you want to earn more in 3 hours than most do in 10, here's what you got to stop doing. You got to stop babysitting files. Let your loan officer assistant handle it. Don't have a loan officer assistant? That's the first thing that we need to solve. Number two, you got to stop scrolling MLS for your agents. Hey there. Hey, if you're loving the tips so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down there and then tap the little bell so that you never miss out on more free, cool tips coming your way. Also, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment beneath there. Let me know what you think or tell me what you'd like to hear next. Right? Instead, go to like Model Match. If you go to modelmatch.com/MMA, it's ridiculously cheap to look up agents. They're like, I think they're about half the price of anybody else. And frankly, I think it's a better service. If you're not using Model Match today, you need to go look at that. Modelmatch.com/MMA. And oh, by the way, they don't pay me a dime. Me personally, I don't get a penny doing this. Uh, uh, of referring to them. It's a fantastic service. So you cannot be scrolling MLS for your agents. You got to use a targeted list. Number three, stop endlessly tweaking your CRM. Set it and forget it. Right? Just get it up and going. There's always something more we can do with it. Um, do you need a CRM? Yes. Highly recommend it. But don't spend your day in there, right? Write small checks, cash big checks. Get somebody to help you with that part. Number four, stop getting ready to get ready. Stop getting ready to get ready, right? So instead, start calling instead, right? Start following up. Start asking for the business, plain and simple. Here's a quick framework for your 3 hour money window. So if you want to build your 3 hour power block, here's what you do. Hour one, call your pre-approvals who are still shopping. First people that I would call. Hour two, call your past database and warm leads. Second people that I would call. Call your past database and warm leads. Hour three, agent outreach, right? Call agents that are qualified that are closing at least like a deal a month on the buy side, which again, modelmatch.com/MMA will give you all that information for like just a couple bucks, a handful of bucks a week. Like it's super cheap. So hour three, agent outreach, where you do status updates if you're doing a deal with them, coffee invites, Zoom invites, asking for the business. Nice and simple. Put your cell phone in the do not disturb, shut down your email, turn off the noise, and go make some noise. Turn off the noise and go make some noise, right? Look, anybody can fill a calendar. That's not hard. What's rare is the person who's disciplined about how they spend their time. Like I can put all kinds of crap in my calendar, but what is rare is a person who's disciplined about how they spend their time. None of us here, or almost none of us here, get paid by the hour. We get paid by the conversation. That's how I look at this. So if you want to earn more, if you want to live more, you got to shrink your workday, not your ambition, right? Make the most important 3 hours of your day unbreakable. It's non-negotiable. This is what I'm doing, right? From 9:30 to 12:30, this is what I'm doing. You do that, and I promise you'll out earn 95% of the industry, right? I promise you. I see it over and over and over, literally thousands, if not tens of thousands of times now over my career. Hey, just real quick, if you want to help building a 3 hour daily routine that actually brings in deals, not distractions, come hang out with us. Right, we'll show you on the call star system. That's where we all make our calls together. We help each other with that call reluctance because we're flying in a flock, right? You're not sure what that is? Would love to talk to you. Getmoreloans.com, getmoreloans.com, and we'll show you what we're doing. We'll show you exactly what we're doing, and you can copy it and do it alone by yourself. Totally cool. Or you can ask us to help you. Either way, totally cool. Right? We'll show you the call star system. We'll show you the perfect day structure. We'll show you the scripts, and we'll show you how to use those scripts to close more loans and less time. No burnout, no fluff, just results. Getmoreloans.com. Yeah, it's your turn now. I hate it. It just burns my soul when I see these loan officers, working all the time. You just don't have to do it. You don't deserve it. Neither does your family, right? What if you could work less hours and close more loans? It's not a myth. Let us map it out for you. Getmoreloans.com. Hey, thanks for your time. I appreciate you letting me get up on the soapbox here. I get a little passionate about this one. My growing up, my father worked all the time, and it affected me. It still affects me to this day. And I made the promise that would not happen with my family. Right. And that has worked out really, really well. I loved my father. He was a great man. I'm not throwing rocks or bashing my father. I'm just helping others correct, his mistakes, as I hope My children will help correct the mistakes that I made. God knows I made some, right? But it wasn't working all the time. I can promise you that. So getmoreloans.com. Would love to talk to you. Thanks a lot. And I'll talk to you when you call in, and we'll see you on the next episode.